Hi, guys. All right, so Dr. Cox has just called, and we've got some good news and some baddish news. Here's the good news. Cody pooped. He pooped late last night, and that's awesome. So they took him out for a walk this morning and into their pasture, and he had the best time. He ate all that new wonderful grass. He just munched and munched and is so happy. So we are so pleased to hear that. So that's good news. The baddish news is his heart rate is still very high. It is very elevated. And they didn't like that yesterday, and they don't like it today. So today they are going to call in the regular vets. When I say that, is that Dr. Cox and Dr. Johnson, who we've worked with, they're the emergency equine. They're the ones that, you bring them in like you would to the emergency room, right? For a human, and they take care of what's happening right now to save your life, to get you stable, right? So that is what the ER does. Same thing with equine. So they're dealing with the getting him stable, which we're not stable yet, but yet they certainly can bring in a vet that specializes on the respiratory side, the heart rate side, right? So that's what's happening today is they're going to call in that department, and they're going to be doing an assessment on Cody regarding respiratory issues and regarding that elevated heart rate. The other thing that he wants to look at is the neurological side. I think you've probably heard me say that I always thought that Cody had some sort of disconnect, neurological wise, that, he sometimes walks funny, or he sometimes his back feet doesn't match his front feet. You may have even heard me say at one point that he walks occasionally like a cat that would have their feet in water, right? Or a puppy that has extra large feet and they're not grown into it yet, so they kind of walk funny. We've seen Cody do that off and on. And so it was just something that's always been in the back of my brain. Well, we're in the right place at the right time, so let's go ahead and call in the people, right? And have them check it out while he's there so we know exactly what's going on with Cody. So that's what they're doing today as well. They'll do the initial assessment of just neurological disorders and how he responds and how he turns and what he does and what's considered within normal limits and what is not. And once we have that information, we can just go further if we want to do some more testing. But once again, that has probably nothing to do with the bowels, but it can. So right now, our initial wants is for him to poop, and he has. But they will not let him go, or they would not like to let him go. One is because they've got to watch him for a couple days to make sure that we don't have some other type of problem, or it happens again, or he spikes a fever, or we have infection in the intestines and all this stuff, right? So he can't go yet, and that heart rate scares him. It's just too fast. So we're at the waiting game again, but hey, the initial is good. So I also want to thank everybody that put some hard-earned cash towards paying for this. The first bill is due today. That is $3,000. I have already posted that information on our Facebook page and our TikTok page so you guys can see. We're very transparent here. We don't want anybody to ever think that one dime doesn't go to these horses, or the restricted funds, right? And that's what this is. This is restricted funds. We've got people who just give because they want to, and then we've got people right now that says, hey, put this towards Cody. Those are considered restricted funds. funds. That means that doesn't go towards feed for the rest of the horses. That goes to Cody's care only. And of course, we respect that 100%. So if you want to see that paperwork, please go to Facebook and go to TikTok. This video, of course, will be posted there as well, but also on YouTube. So that's where we're at. He said that hopefully he'll be calling us back this afternoon with some information on the 3 tests that they're doing today. 1, respiratory, breathing, the runny nose, the lungs. 2, the heart rate itself, what's going on there. 3, a neurological first evaluation. That's what we're looking at today. Plus, obviously, he's going to get to eat some food today, and we're going to hopefully look for some normalcy with that colitis or the bowel issues that he's had. So not out of the woods. I did ask, I said, hey, if everything runs perfect, when would I pick him up? He said, Shelley, he says, if everything runs perfect, I probably wouldn't let you pick him up till Friday or Saturday. So they're still worried about him. So he's going to stay right there. All right, guys, that is your Wednesday update. And knock on wood, you'll have another update with more information on our Cody boy later on today. All right. As always, thank you so much. All right. Bye, y'all.